What's good, y'all? What's the numbers TV? It's your boy Poe Rowe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already, and like a video if you appreciate the content that Poe Rowe and What's the Numbers I provided. Today we back with another profile piece. This one is on FBG Duck, real name Carlton Weekly. In this video we're going to take a look at Duck's early life growing up on the south side of Chicago. Next we will look at Duck's music career, which began years ago when he was just a teenager. We will also look at the issues in the street, along with the back and forth dissing and songs that Duck and his crew would be engaged in for years with rival gangs. And lastly, we will look at the brazen broad daylight shooting in an upscale shopping area in Chicago, where Duck was shot multiple times and killed. Carlton Weekly, aka FBG Duck, is from the south side of Chicago, which has been in the news for years as gun violence and murder has soared to record-breaking numbers. The south side has been one of the main areas affected due to different gangs in the area warring with each other. Duck was known to be affiliated with STL, a set of gangster disciples from 63rd and St. Lawrence that were clicked up with other allied sets like Gyro City, and later years TW aka Taekwon World. Their war with 600 and O Block, two rival black disciple sets, has been going on for years and has had many casualties on both sides. Music was a big part of Duck's life. He started rapping young and released some of his first music videos in 2011, right around the same time Chief Keef would start to blow up musically. Duck would be a part of a rap crew called Flyboy Gang, or FBG for short, which consisted of Duck along with some other STL affiliated rappers like Cash, Dutchie and Young, Little J and Wooski. Duck will also work with rappers that weren't FBG like King Yella, Billionaire Black, and AOKD. Almost since the start of Duck's music career, he has been beefing on tracks with rappers affiliated with O Block and 600. Although the BD rappers like Chief Keef, Little Reese, Little Durk, and most recently King Von have seen more mainstream success than Duck, over the years it never stopped Duck from releasing music consistently aimed at his enemies, and within the last couple years it started to pay off for Duck, as he's seen his popularity start to grow on a more national level. Once Duck released Slide in January of 2018, his buzz outside Chicago really started to grow. The video would get millions of views on YouTube and Duck would be booked up with shows for months. He would also do a Vlad TV interview where he talks about signing a record deal after the success of Slide. Duck will follow about a year later with another well-received song called Exposing Me Remix featuring Ruger. The video will once again get millions of views online and Duck was looking like he was finally ready to take the next step in his career. In an attempt to maybe show growth as an artist or to extend the olive branch, Duck will release a song called Chicago Legends where he showed respect to BD rappers that passed away, like L.A. Capone and Fredo Santana. The song would get talked about but wouldn't get the same amount of views as Slide or even Exposing Me. Also around the same time, King Von, one of the latest rappers from O Block to blow up musically, started dissing Duck and 63rd in almost every song, and the fans loved it, as Von buzz seemed to be getting bigger with every day that passed. Eventually, Duck would begin dissing his ops in his music again, and in July of 2020 he released a song called Dead. In the song he would diss many fallen rivals and even state in the song that he only made Chicago legends for business purposes. The song was very disrespectful and was talked about a lot on social media. It seemed like Duck was done being a nice guy and was back to taunting his enemies in his songs. Many people in Chicago feared some type of retaliation would take place against Duck over the song, as music often spills into the streets in Chicago. And on August 4th, 2020, those fears would turn into reality when FBG Duck was shot and killed while shopping in Chicago's upscale Gold Coast neighborhood. The report states that Duck was shot dead and two others were wounded in a targeted attack when a pair of vehicles pulled up and two gunmen got out and opened fire. Duck was hit multiple times and taken to Northwestern Memorial Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Two others, a man and a girl that was with Duck, were also shot but survived. So far there hasn't been too much new information given out by the police besides what we know already, and so far no one has been arrested for the shooting. FBG Duck's mom will hold a press conference where she asked that there be no retaliation by his friends and spoke of Duck's plans to sign with another major record label before he was killed. It's extremely sad being that now she lost both of her sons. Duck's older brother, FBG Brick, and their cousin Kobe Mack were both shot and killed a few years earlier in July 2017 in another broad daylight shooting. Duck spoke about his brother and cousin's death in his music interviews frequently, and sadly ended up being killed the same way. But yo, it's What's the Numbers TV. There's a quick profile piece on FBG Duck. If you know, Duck always had a lane in the Chicago drill scene because he was the one that was beefing with the bigger drill artists that made it, like the Chief Keef or the Little Durks or the Little Reese. They always was smoking on Tuka or you know, different things like that. So it made the fans want to know who was the ones that was into it with these big time drill rappers, and that was FBG Duck and his crew and other rappers. So he always had a lane, he always had a buzz. Even when he didn't have like no big song, he always was never quiet to the point that nobody knew what Duck was doing. He always had a buzz. He always kept his buzz throughout the years. He wasn't as big as the other rappers like Keith and them or Dirk, but he did keep a buzz in Chicago. So with him dying, it kind of feels like an end of an era, because it's like he was one of the only ones that's still in Chicago. A lot of the rappers that made it like don't live in Chicago no more, like Dirk. He lives in Atlanta. Keith lives in L.A. Herbo don't live out there. You know, a lot of them died. L.A. Capone died. Fredo Santana died. Little Mister died. You know, Duck now passed away. Little Mark. So it's like a lot of the original Young Pappy, a lot of the original drill artists, they ain't around no more. Now it's about the newer artists, you know, like the T-Mos, the King Vons, the Memos, and all things like that. Because the original rappers, the drill rappers aren't really around no more, or they don't live in Chicago, or most of them are dead, sadly. So with Duck passing, like I said, it feels like an end of an era as far as like the original drill, you know, members, as far as who they was out, the artists that was from different sides. I feel like there ain't too many of them that's around anymore, and especially none of them that's around that's in Chicago. You know, can't any more of the FBG artists, you know, carry the torch. You got Wooski, you know, he see how he's recovering from getting shot in the head, you know, a couple years back. You got Dutchy, you got Cash. Cash was actually my favorite out of FBG, you know, say him and Duck. So maybe one of them could step up and carry the torch moving forward. But I don't want to ramble on too long, you know what I'm saying? It's What's the Numbers TV. Go check out the Instagram, to get an Instagram. So, you know, follow, subscribe to the YouTube. Also, I got the channel membership up there, which, you know, if you sign up for the membership, you get exclusive things like badges, emojis, perks, video, live chats, things like that, where I'll bring you guys in, and maybe we can have a little group live chat for all my members, you know, things like that, and you'll get the perks as far as like the badges and stuff like that. So that option is available. If you want to go sign up to the channel, become a member, go do that. Appreciate all the support. And other than that, man, the email's up there for any business purposes. Like I said, go follow the Instagram, and we back before you know it, man. We out of here. It's What's the Numbers TV. It's your boy Paul Rowe. Peace.